Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 2024 market analysis. So, I've started a new series this year. This series will be market structure study only, right? So, I'll be updating market structures as and when I get time. Different assets, different commodities, silver, gold, crude oil, right? Cryptos, Bitcoin, BankNifty, Nifty, and S&P and Nasdaq. So, whenever I make a video, I'll try to update all these assets for you. I have friends, who are watching the videos from US, some are watching from UK as well. So all these, keeping everyone in mind, I'll update all the structures, right? So first of all, before we begin the analysis, I wish all of you a very, very happy, healthy, and prosperous 2024. If you guys remember throughout, the last year, the last tail end of last year, right? I've been telling 2024 is coming, 24 is coming, right? There is a specific reason for that. Probably I won't be able to share it in public video, right? Maybe in any live session when we have, I will probably share the reason why. Now, 2023, right? Year of learning is over. Now it's 2024. It's time for execution. So I have released Elliott Wave Master Course for you. You can view it in the YouTube channel. They're available in 4 languages. Now, going forward, this series is just for you to take reference. So you've been learning it. Many of you have learned it. Nearly 200, 300 people, right, have been learning Elliott Wave Master Course. From there, these videos are just a reference for you. You are working on your own, right? You're independent now. You're an independent analyst. You don't need anyone's guidance. You are learning market structure on your own, right? So use these videos just as a reference, and there'll be some key points where I'll share how to think as a trader. Yes, analyst is a different role. How to think as a trader is very important, and that I'll share. Obviously, I cannot give you trades. I'm not a SEBI registered analyst. I'm not going to give you trades, right? You can take these videos as a reference for your learning, and trust me, within 6 months, you will learn how to read market structure. Okay, so let's begin. We'll begin with Nifty. What is happening here? The end of December was a very tricky one for many, but I'm happy that many advanced concept members, they caught this fall. Everything was updated and live, right? In the Telegram group and Twitter both. I could not make a video at that time. Obviously, in live market, I could not make this entire fall, right? We caught it live, and this rise when it started. Okay, so now this rise is the question mark for many of what is happening. So there are three possibilities. I'll share it with you directly. I cannot go into nitty-gritty each and every structure what's happening. So directly, I'll tell you what are the possibilities from here. At this stage, there was a direct straight gap up, right? Hardly you can see hardly 1-2 wave. Okay, 1-2 wave is hardly here. Straight directly it went to 3-4, and then we got a huge drop. Okay, at this stage, many are considering this as a wave 4. So if this is a wave 4, then it is distorted, meaning what? Usually wave 4 comes as distribution sideways a time pass. Okay, it can make any form of structure, triangle, diagonal, flat, anything. Okay, so in the Elliott wave master course, I've told you what, that this is the most dangerous wave of all 1 2 3 4 5, because it can take any shape, and 90% of the traders, they lose their money in this kind of moves. Okay, but what has happened here? It has come in a straight line, right? It has come in a straight line. This is broken the market structure, and it's called distortion from the regular type of waves. Okay, from the regular type of waves, instead of distribution, it has come very fast, sharp move. Okay, it can be due to expiry or whatever, but again, this is not how it normally comes. So because of this, everyone has confusion. Okay, what is happening right now? Okay, so right now, very clear, I'll tell you, whatever you take, okay, whatever you take from this point onwards, right, from your analysis from this point, this is around 950. Let me just mark it. Yeah, so 20,976, right? This low on 20th December. From here, if you consider an impulsive wave, there are three possibilities right now. All the possibilities are suggesting there is one more high pending in the market. How? I'll tell you. If here, if you take an impulsive wave like this, 1 2, if you're taking this as 3 4 5, right? If you're taking this as a 1 2 3 4 5 wave, then this fourth is yet to be completed. Okay, this fourth is yet to be completed. It can make a smaller swing low tomorrow, and we can see for a move 5 higher. But idea is what? That there is still one move higher pending. Okay, so in that case, what will happen? Your wave 4, I've taught you already how to calculate it. Approximately, you can take 38 to 50% of the previous move. Okay, which is coming around what? 500, 21,500 to 21,404. So this 100-point zone. Now, if this is a wave 3.4, again, if you're considering this as 1, 2 from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, both the cases, like I said, it is some degree of wave 4. We will see a new high. After that, after we confirm the structure of the market, we can tell this is wave 4 directly, right? That will come later on. But for now, as a trader, I'm trying to teach you how to think. Here you must think like, if this is just a correction in the market, okay, I don't know which one is it. Like, as a trader, I'm telling you, if you don't know which one is it, then think in terms of general market structure. Okay, so this is a wave 4, then some degree of wave 5 will come again, which will retest the market high. Okay, now this is one possibility where you have taken impulsive structure. Okay, you have taken an impulsive structure from here, right? Now question mark, if when exactly we can turn, market can turn and all that, it's very simple. If you take this as wave 3.4, it has broken 38 to 50% mark. It has come very deep, right? If you have taken from here wave 4, then it has again almost reached your 38 to 50% mark, and it is hovering around here. We need to see price action of tomorrow. But if you see the smaller time frame price action of this drop, right? If you see the smaller time frame positive, price action here, ABC pattern, fall, and then C leg is going on. Okay, so general expectations of C leg is what? 78% is where we become cautious, which has not even reached yet. Okay, it is around 21,473. General expectations what? A equal to C, but like I said, I taught you in the Elliott Wave Master Course, sometimes market can turn away from 78% also. So when the market reaches this point, we have to be cautious. Okay, very simple. It can go beyond it, no problem. We need a target, and after that you will see what market can do. So let's assume that market falls tomorrow, or whenever, on Friday or whatever, it goes sideways tomorrow, and then on Friday it comes back down like this. Okay, tomorrow is expiry, Nifty expiry, so it comes down like this on Friday. Let's assume that Friday, Monday, whatever. Okay, so when this structure is over, right, when this structure is over, it's coming quite deep inside. Okay, so in this zone, what did we say? This possibility of wave 4 and then wave 5. Now, when you want to capture some kind of a swing low or something, you must have an idea of what you're going to do if price comes here. What do you want to do, right? You must have a plan beforehand. So it is smarter at this stage, to look for option selling on the higher side. Again, I'm not recommending anything. You can do whatever you want, right? It's up to you. What I'll look for is a possible option selling point of view. But there's another tricky part here. What tricky part is which option to select, right? We don't know which option to select here. The problem here is whether or not market turns from here. Option premiums are very high. Okay, so that is why I prefer option selling at this stage for a capturing, at least till here, and then next part till here, right? That is how I will look for it. Next, another possibility we discussed, what? Impulsive possibility here, right? We discussed this. Another strange possibilities of an irregular flat pattern. Okay, irregular flat pattern. If we start from here, this move has come very fast, correct? It has come very fast. Why irregular flat pattern when you're considering? We'll look at BankNifty. That's where I got the clue from. This can also happen. So if this happens, right, if this is your A leg, this is your B leg, and this is your C leg. Okay, for that confirmation, I want what? 1 hour candle closing below 235, right? 21,235. This is where I want a 1 hour candle close below it. Okay, so this is my confirmation, but again, this is a dynamic level. It will change because of some indicator I got this level. It will change later on. It can change by tomorrow also. So right now at this moment, the level is showing at 21,235. 21,235. Okay, so this is another possibility. In both the possibilities, in all possibilities so far we discussed, if even if market comes down till here, right, it has to make another leg higher. Okay, so I hope you understand the general idea of the structure. This is an incomplete move, so we cannot make any assumptions right now. In last case scenario, Nifty, this one, expanding diagonal, right from here. This is again a rare case, and it is not often we see this, but we have to keep this in mind because of this sharp move. Okay, it's all because of this sharp move we are getting different structures. If this was not a sharp move, then everything else would have been very clear. Okay, so possibility like this. Okay, something to keep in mind in this case. What this other, if this move is, let me calculate the points here, 1 second. This move is approximately 600 points, 616 points. So this drop has to be more than 616 points. Okay, so only then this can be considered as an expanding diagonal. So in case this is not over, this is just expanding diagonal 3.3, 3.4, and sorry, 3, 1 second, let me just remark it. Yeah, expanding diagonal 3, 4, 5, and then I want to calculate 16, what is it? 616 points from here. That we will see on a later date. Right now it's too early to speak about it, but I'll keep this in mind because I don't want to be caught by surprise. I don't want any traps. So I'll keep tracking all three scenarios right now. It will be clear in another 2-3 days what is happening in Bank Nifty and Nifty. All right, this is your Nifty for now. Okay, looking at Bank Nifty, it's very strange how this structure is unfolding in Bank Nifty. A huge gap and then ABC fall, which we expected. This went little deep. Last update I told you 46,886, 46,886. This is where I want to see what price action does, and price came exactly near that and it turned back higher. Okay, so the point here is very simple. This was a straight up move and this entire thing got retraced, right? So this is some degree of fifth wave, some degree of a fifth wave. Okay, this came exactly and fully retraced. Now question is the fourth wave, if this is just fourth and we are entering into fifth wave. Here what has happened in Bank Nifty from this level here, right, the low of 20th 21st or whatever date that was, the low made here, this structure is an ABC structure, very clear. Why? After a move like this, right, I can see a 5-wave pattern, and then this entire 5-wave pattern has been retraced now, right? Entire 5-wave pattern is almost retraced at this moment. So there are few queries I got, what is happening in Bank Nifty. So I'll tell you what, there are similar to Nifty, right? If this is a fourth wave, it started from here, right? 3.4 is over. So overall structure, long time back I've discussed this. So I was considering this as a 3.1, 3.2, right? This is the low of 30th November is 3.2, a move higher, where in this state we had a confusion whether wave 3 is finished here or here. After this gap up and which got fully retraced, we understood that this is some kind of a wave, fifth, smaller degree wave 5. Okay, so this was a 3.3.5. That is what I'm considering now. I can change it later on, but right now at this moment I'm considering this. Okay, 3.4, and then question mark is whether 3.4 is over. Why? Because of this structure like this, a 3-wave pattern which came here. Okay, a 3-wave pattern which came here like this. The question mark is whether 3.4 is over, right? So again, if price does this, goes up and comes down like this, irregular flat pattern, just like Nifty I told you, right? If this is making an irregular flat pattern and we get a 1 hour close below 47,334, then I'll consider this as a wave 4 irregular flat. Okay, I will consider this on a higher time frame. This is a 1 hour time frame. I'll consider this as a wave 4 irregular flat. Okay, in case it does not happen, in case 47,334, so if it's wave 4, then I'll consider this as a wave 3.5 which got over here, and then I'm in an irregular flat as A, B, C. That is the first case. Second case, if this does not break, in any case, so this is very important level for me. If it breaks and sustains 1 hour candle, it will be guarantee that this is a wave 4 move. Either you take it irregular flat or you just take wave 4 from here. It is impossible to take wave 4 from here because you got a 3-wave structure. Okay, this is not some kind of 5th wave. Very simple. It's an ABC move. So that is the possibility here. If this level breaks, this is again a dynamic level. It's same like Nifty, which I told you. It's a dynamic level. If this breaks in any case, then for me, and sustains, it has to close 1 hour candle close. The candle has to close below it. Only then I'll consider this as a wave 4, and any case it is going to go higher again to retest the high. Okay, so that is what is happening in Bank Nifty right now. Alternate scenarios which I'm taking is here at this stage. Why? First question is, why are we taking alternate scenarios? Because we are not always 100% right. You have to accept that. Okay, when you learn anything, you have to accept you are not 100% right. You want to consider all possibilities. Market will show the path which is correct. Then you will remove the other possibilities and follow the one which is working correctly. Okay, so eliminate all other possibilities and study which one is moving as per your analysis. Simple, right? So market will show the path and you have to follow it. Very simple. Don't trade in assumptions. Very simple. Don't trade thinking that this can happen, so I will take a trade. So that is very basic concept of Elliott wave analysis. Many traders assume that this thing will happen for sure. That is as per their analysis. They think that it will happen and they'll take a trade before it happens. So if you're thinking of the next 10 moves and you're thinking that this market will go up here, you start taking a trade here itself, right? There are many traders who do that without considering what price action can happen here, right? And if it's going wrong, then before the market even makes a move, you have already lost money. So keep that in mind. Don't assume which wave is happening. Let the market show the path, right? So at this stage, we have discussed your irregular flat structure. Now, if this is an ABC pattern and we're getting a good drop here without breaking your 47,334, okay, without breaking 47,334, 1 hour candle close. I'll repeat, 1 hour candle close, right? We move higher, then I can consider this as an diagonal structure. It can be contracting, it can be expanding. We'll see that later, right? So this can be a diagonal structure again. It'll come like this and again go higher, right? So we'll see this as it happens. So for me, I told you the critical levels and we'll see what happens unfolding. Any case, whatever you'd consider, ATH is still going to be retested. All right. So this is Bank Nifty update for you. Let's quickly look at S&P, what's happening here. Larger structures, I'll update in the weekend what's happening there. Okay. So S&P just opened here. Last time we discussed the channel line in S&P and Nasdaq both. And I showed you this was a manipulation zone. This is where some manipulation has happened. Okay. This is where manipulation has happened. Irregular structures were formed and not convincing of what can happen next, right? This is where some manipulation has happened. So expectation is this manipulation zone to be retested again, right? So it broke. What happened was it broke the structure here, made a new high. We were expecting this 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern. Okay. So 4 pattern is either finished here or it can also make an irregular flat like this. Okay. After it makes an irregular flat, it can make a new high, right? So this is yet to be confirmed right now at this moment. We have some important data. Let me see. You have ISM manufacturing data, Jolt's job openings data, right? All this is going to impact your S&P and FOMC minutes tonight, right? So tonight at 12 a.m., 12:30 a.m., right? There's FOMC minutes. All this will impact how your S&P will take shape. So at this stage, very clear. Expectation is of 1, 2, 3, 3.4 or wave 4 is starting here like this, irregular flat, whatever it may be. All right. Expectation was actually of a 38% correction. Almost we got it, but it depends on what happens today's data. Time wise, if all works well, then next few days you might see a swing low and move higher towards next week, right? Next week is what major? It is CPI data and a Fed event interest rate, right? That is coming towards the later part of next week. So it'll be very good if you get a structure like this in all markets. Okay, in all markets. So right now, this is what is happening in S&P. I am not very interested. So this kind of manipulation is very blatant. I've already told you guys that I'll be looking for, fourth and fifth. I've already updated on the Telegram what kind of move I'm expecting. All right. So just like that in S&P as well, if this if the news triggers the move on the higher end, then we can see a move higher till your 10th to 12th Jan. Okay. Very simple. If this is an irregular flat structure, then this zone is to be cautious about, and it can obviously expand below it, no problem. That we'll see as the smaller data, smaller degree moves you can track. But the data which comes out today is better if you avoid trading, because US markets are highly volatile when the data comes out. All right. It's very similar to Nasdaq. Nasdaq, if you look, this is what you were tracking last time. We had a manipulation zone, just like your this entire zone. It was entire manipulation here, right? Push the prices down and then gave a sharp move higher, right? If I go to a higher time frame, you're expecting the same move, 1 2 3 4 5. It is exactly replica of your S&P, right? This has come a little deeper at this moment here. It has come a little deeper, so you can consider this as an expanding, or you can take this move as a wave 4. In any case, right now we are expecting prices to come back to this zone, right? 6100, 61,100, all right, to be retested, 200 to 100 to be retested again. So that is nearly 300, 350 points away from the current market price. Does not matter, even if you go make a new high again, this will come back for sure. Okay. So right now what I'm focusing is on, I'll be looking for a 38 to 50% mark, and how price reacts here. Again, data is coming out tonight. Anything can happen. It's better to stay away from S&P and Nasdaq. Just observe what structure is happening here. All right. 38 to 50% on Nasdaq is better for a good bounce on the upside again. Okay. So time wise, if all markets are in sync, then some kind of swing high can happen on next week. That is your 12th to 10th to 12th Jan. All right. Keep that in mind as we travel into the next week. That is more important than current week. Again, so many data points are coming out this week. US markets are going to be volatile as expected. You will see sharp, ups and downs in the market. All right. So let's look at government bonds. I'll update later. Your 2-year yield. Gold, I think it is quite clear. We were expecting an upside move, right, from your 10th and 12th December. Where is it? Yeah, here. The 10th and 12th December, that time zone, right? We wanted an upside move from here. It's based on time analysis, which I shared. I think it's available on Twitter. Exact 1 week back itself, I told that this market is going to turn from here. All right, gold and silver expected to move higher from this date. We had Fed event also, right? We had a Fed event and price moved higher. So last update was over here when we are seeing a structure like this, right? There were two options which I told you, that market can come back down, make a flat correction, and then go higher, or we have started an impulsive move from here itself, right? So there were two possibilities, and both the possibilities were that market was going to go higher. All right, that was the last update. So we saw a good move, approximately 5%, 115 points on gold, right? So right now, what's happening on gold? Right now, gold is giving a good correction on the downside. So there's a pullback, a larger time frame structure. So the strength of this pullback will determine, again, news-based events. It's better to avoid this. The minimum requirement, ABC, if this is just an ABC structure, if just simple ABC structure, it should have paused here. It should have taken some kind of a pause, but it did not, right? It's going very fast on the downside. At this moment, because of the news events, anything can happen. Suddenly, you can see a sharp move higher or down. But overall structure on gold Let me zoom out. Right, we had a good drop. Right, we had a good drop. What I want to see personally is that either we go down fully fast, breaking this zone. Right, we break the zone and move fast completely to retest this low here, or we come back like this and make a higher move like this. Okay, so again, key date will be next week, 10th to 12th zone. What we do markets, we'll update on the weekend what is happening here exactly, because we have to let the news events pass. 2 days tomorrow, high impact news events in the US markets. Better to stay away from gold and silver because these directly impact gold and silver prices. So very smooth price action won't be there at this time of the year. Okay, so keep in mind, always see what's happening news based events. Two heavyweight events, FOMC minutes and job openings and initial job list claims. Everything is coming within next 2 days. So be careful. Let me see what's coming on Friday. Thursday, there's nothing much. Friday, we have, okay, we have unemployment rate, right? It's very important. ISM services PMI. So all these will directly impact your gold price at that time. So right now, I would, whatever structure is happening, you can see candles like this also happening, right? So sudden candles like this also can come. So better to stay away from gold at this stage right now. Silver, again, gold and silver both give us a good move on the upside. Now, what I'm looking for is either you make a signature ABC pattern like this, okay, or you continue this move down. Again, news-based event, so you don't want to, take unnecessary risks at this time. It's okay if you don't trade for 1-2 days and see what's happening in the prices. So if I'm considering this as an ABC move, if I'm taking this as an ABC move, right, it has reached an important zone here. Okay, if I'm considering this as an 1 2 3 4, like, sorry, 1 2 3.1 and 3.2, then there's a long way to go for the market, a long way down. So in that case, gold and silver can simply make an irregular correction like this, A, B, C. Okay, this is a possibility you have to keep in mind, and we'll see what happens in the next week, because right now, next 2 days are going to be good events in the market which can trigger any direction. You can see sudden sharp candle. If you're planning for a downside trade, you can see a sudden sharp candle on the upside. So right now, don't be in a hurry. It's okay if you don't trade for 1-2 days in silver and gold. All right, crude oil, what's happening here? Crude oil, very good move. I am expecting a higher move from 4th Jan, right? And I expect prices to come back and reach 79.72, right? At some point of time. Either it goes for a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 move, or ABC move, does not matter. But I expect 79 to be retested again later on. There's a reason why these SLs was protected. Buyers SL, if you remember last time from the last update, multiple SLs were here, right? Multiple, you can see entire zone was a support kind of zone. So all your buyers will keep your SL here, right? So this is your buyers SL zone, which was protected, right? We don't know why it was protected, but it was protected. Time wise, I want to see a sharp move after 4th Jan. My expectation is on the upside, okay? And maybe 4th Jan after onwards. So after this, I want to see, okay? 4th Jan. So immediately in 4th Jan itself, market comes up, there's no problem. I'll look for that opportunity. Okay, I'm not looking to short crude oil at this stage. I'm looking for a higher prices to come in the market for a target of 79,000, sorry, 79.72. All right, so keep that in mind, what's happening here in crude oil and the overall structure. We've been tracking this. It has respected all our analysis beautifully so far, right? So better to keep in mind the global scenarios are happening, news events which will impact crude oil value also. Similar to Bitcoin, right? You see a sharp move down, but the entire structure of Bitcoin, I've been telling for so long, right? It is impulsive. It is very bullish. No matter there was some stock exchange some CEO issue came, some possibility of lawsuits and all that. Regardless of all the news, I've been telling you that this is a very strong impulsive structure, right? Right now, it's just consolidating. It is just consolidating here. If it moves down again, it will be a move higher later on. Okay, the structure is very strong, and right now I don't want to in this choppiness, right? I don't want to trade here, and I don't look for opportunities in Bitcoin. This is just, I'm just sharing analysis of what I see. I don't trade Bitcoin myself. Okay, so very important for you guys to note that. And going forward, I'll keep you guys updated. And a small psychology part which I thought will be useful for you guys in 2024. There are a few roles you have to play as a retail trader, right? You have to be an analyst, you have to be a trader, and you have to be a risk manager. Okay, so power will always be with your analyst first. Second, your power will be your risk manager. Last is your trader. The trader has to only execute the trades. Okay, the trader, you are doing all three parts. So first you're doing analyst part because you have no bias. As an analyst, you have no bias. Whatever the market is showing you, whatever the chart is showing you, you're analyzing that. All right, so you have no bias in this. First thing, after you make your report, analysis report, you write it down or note it on your screen like notes, which I do here. You will pass the information to your trader. Okay, so your risk manager will set some rules for the trader, right? This is your stop loss, this your account size is this much, your risk per trade is so and so, right? So it's risk per trade, very important. All this is important, right? So all this your risk manager will set. Okay, so right now, very, very important, remember that your trader, taking all these into account, he will only execute the trades. Okay, he's just going to execute the trades. He'll see the live market, whatever variations. Again, analysis does not have to be very, accurate, perfect. It can be close to whatever you're expecting. So market will not give you exact moves, it will give you close to it. Okay, if you want to exact moves, you have to study advanced concepts for for a bit longer time. Only then you'll understand what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so what your trader does is just execute the trades. The power always is there with your analyst, then your risk manager. 90% people look for target SL. Directly they go into the third stage, right? Third stage is not the strongest, it is the weakest stage. If your focus is only taking trades, right? So you have to give priority to your analysis first method, then your risk management, then comes just your execution. All right, so keep that in mind when you trade. If you plan your trades, everything, it comes in this order only. Okay, so in case your risk is going too high, so when you don't manage your risk, only then you will have extra losses, your account will get wiped out and so on, so on. Okay, even if your analysis is correct, your risk is not in check, you will lose money. You're not looking for trades, you're looking for setups. That is your analysis. Okay, then you're managing risk, and then you're just executing. That's all. Okay, thank you guys, I'll see you in another video.